We're recording, Julie?
We're recording.
We're recording.
All right.
Ken's on.
Here we are in Cabo with Ken Alley
Hello. Hi.
for another
I
edition
feel silly.
with another edition of Common Ground. All right. So Ken, 3 things that are the same, 3 things that are different, and then the wild card, something that you wish you had or you admire. I'll go first. You ready?
Okay.
You can't watch TV while this
Okay.
is going on.
No, I'm staring off on the stage section.
Okay. First of all, I think on the same side, we both, as we talked a couple nights ago, we both cast a wide net. We want to talk to everybody. We want to make the widest group of friends we possibly can. And I think with that, we get happiness when others are happy.
Yep.
When we see other people around a room, at a party, whatever, happy, we enjoy that. Second thing that I find the same is we're both contrarians. If the trend is going one way, we tend to go the other way. We're early adopters of things,
Okay.
right? So
I agree
you
with
pick
those.
a tech, how to think about something. If all the sheep are going one way, you and I tend to go a different way.
Okay.
And I don't think everybody sees that, but I would say we're both contrarians. And then I think this one, the third thing I would say that makes us the same, we're both pretty driven.
Yeah.
I think you're driven more by ambition, and I think I'm driven more by recognition. So while we're both driven, there's also a way we're different.
Mm-hmm.
I think my frame is I'm looking for someone to say, Michael, nicely done, or great job. And you're looking to get to the next level, to get the next thing, whatever. You're looking for, and you're ambitious. So those are the 3 things. Happiness from others, cast a wide net, contrarian, early adopters, and driven. What are your 3 things that you saw us as being similar?
And so I gotta I wrote down some notes, and so this is probably how we're probably different because I couldn't do it off the top of my head. So I think we have both have a high degree of passion and enthusiasm for life. We're like very passionate about something. When we get it, we typically do whatever it is to success. And I think that's pretty consistent. I think we both have a high level of intellectual curiosity. Like if there's something new, we kind of want to figure it out, understand it, learn more about it, not just be a passive observer, throw ourselves into the situation and understand it. And then also, I think we both like to try, and this is kind of similar, but try something new and explore life. And sometimes it's physical, like go and climb that hill. And sometimes it's emotional, and this would be a great example of that. Like you wanting to do this is like exploring something emotionally, and
Yeah. Okay, good. I think we're going to get to this part
Okay.
also.
Okay.
So on the things that are different,
Okay.
this first topic I think is interesting. I think you are super curious about the systems that create things. If these guys make this money, how does that money come out over there? How does this thing connect to that thing? Why is that business successful? What is it about that? So you really enjoy figuring stuff out. You're curious, but it's more system related. Whereas I think I really like figuring things out, but usually it's relational related. Meaning, how is that person taking that input? How does that person?
Oh,
right, so
I think I do that a lot.
Yeah?
I do that a lot, for sure.
Okay, so you're disagreeing with
I disagree with you. on
Okay,
that.
but do you think you're curious about how systems work? How
Yeah,
how
I
a
agree.
company
I agree
operates?
with you on that, but I think I understand the relationship aspects as well.
No, I'm not suggesting you don't.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I think I'm driven. By
Yeah. No,
the
I get
people
I get
connections.
it. Yep.
Okay. My second one is I'm urgent and fast, quick, and you're not. And so
Are you talking about like getting ready to go somewhere?
yeah, that could be an example. It could be an example.
Okay. Yep.
I will never forget being in Colorado. You were forced to share a room with me before we did the gravel event, and We piddled around the room the night before for like 2 hours getting ready, and then we got up at whatever crack of early, and we piddled around the room for another like
2 hours.
30 minutes, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go downstairs, so I can't be in here any longer. You're like, all right, I just got a few more things to organize and put in the right.
That's
order.
fair. That's fair.
But it's really, it's not just fast, slow. It's detailed and methodical, and for me, it's about right. It's good enough.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
so I think
point.
it's a level of
agree with
expectation that
I
is
agree with
different.
that. I agree with that.
And then I think the last thing is, I seek help, and you figure it out. So if I can't figure out how to make a pizza, I'll ask 10 people. I'll go try to figure it out. I'm going to ask other people to help me figure it out, and you try to figure it out, whatever that might be. Like, okay, something seems weird in here. How do I figure this thing out? And you will go investigate to get to an answer, or I will go ask 10 people to get to the answer. So those are the three things. How we seek systems or operations and people, fast and slow, and then seeking help or figuring it out.
And I can relate to that. I understand that. So what was the last thing?
What makes us different?
Okay, so, well, I think some of those things, the fast and slow thing, I think I am more methodical. I'm more methodical of like, I've got to think through all this. I've got to think through all the details of what the repercussions of this, both on people and on the whatever system side, is the way you put it. And I agree with that. I'm much more methodical, and so that's a difference. I think a lot of the ways we are very similar, but it's degrees of it. I think I'm high and low and like emotional, but I think you're more like run 100 miles this way, and I'm like, let's like make sure we want to go 100 miles that way first.
For sure.
But I think we both like doing that. And
Yeah,
trying.
I would suggest that I'm reckless, and I would suggest that you're methodical.
Yeah, I'm probably too methodical, but yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think it's degrees. I think we're very similar. So one thing on the admiration side, I think what you do a great job of is you constantly remain positive about everything and try to find always. So you don't let anything get you down, and I'll let things get me down and bum me out or whatever. Get disappointed, and you don't seem to do that. You seem to always keep yourself positive. So that's the thing I probably most want to be do.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the one thing I admire, because it would be, if I had this, my career would be better. I think it's a combination of patience and methodical and detail orientation. If I had that, I could be a way better business person. And probably a better husband, and probably a better father, and probably fix the lawnmower when it breaks and other stuff. But I can do none of those things because I don't have the patience, the thoughtfulness, the stick-to-itiveness to get through a thing. And if I had that, I'd be better off. So sometimes I try to challenge myself to channel my inner Ken and find a way to grind through a problem, because I'm prone to not do that.
That's a word that I think does describe me, and I wish it was, but I will grind through things and
grind.
Just make it happen. A force of will.
Yes.
I feel like that I can will anything to happen.
Yes. Okay, that's another
All right.
mission of Common Ground. Thank
Awesome.
you.
That was fun.
Thank you, Ken.
Cool.
You're done.